Going on? How y'all doing on this beautiful day, Grand Rising? For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. Holy Spirit, I allow you to work in and through me and just speak through me and just let you to have your way and have your will in this video. So look, fam, further and foremost, today's video is going to be talked about don't let anything separate you from the love of God. So I want to go back, and we're gonna be in Romans. And the way I start this video off, it's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna all add up. It's gonna all lead, and it's gonna click. It's gonna be boom, 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 boom. But you just gotta listen. And I may repeat stuff. I may go over again, so y'all can basically understand it. So look, fam. So you gotta understand, faith is not when everything is going good. It's not when everything is looking good. It's not when everything is going great in your life. It's not when you winning. It's not when you're on top. It's not when all the blessings flowing in. Faith is really when everything is going wrong. It's when the whole world feel like it's coming down on you, feel like everybody going against you, feel like you losing in every aspect of your life. That's when faith really is, because faith stands for forward action and trust him. You trust in him that it's going to be something greater on the other side. You trust him even through the bad stuff. And remember, I told you the title of this video says, let nothing separate you from the love of God. So nothing you're going through, nothing bad you're going through should never separate you from the love of God. It should never separate you from having faith in him. You got to understand it. And I want to start in Romans chapter 8. So it says, Romans chapter 8, and it was from 23 to 25. It says, not only that, but we also who have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown without ourselves, eagerly waiting for the adoption, the redemption of our body. For we were saved in this hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For why does one still hope for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance. So look, fam, you got to understand faith. And I'm going to put it like this. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Basically, remember hope. And we reading about hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. You hoping for something greater when that bad time hit. You hoping for something on that other side that there's going to be something good. You hoping for this and that. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. You haven't seen it yet. So that's why you hoping for it. You haven't seen it. And what does it say right here? It says, hope that is seen is not hope. If you hoping for something and you can see it, then you're not hoping for it, because you can see it. It's right in front of you, so you can't hope because you haven't seen it yet. But it says, for why does one still hope for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance. And remember, I said faith is when everything is going wrong, and that's when your faith gonna get tested the most, because it produces perseverance. You gotta understand, you gotta count it all joy when you face trials and tribulations. You gotta count it all joy because it produces perseverance, it produces character, it produces development. You gotta understand it. And then we're gonna jump to Romans 8, and we're gonna go over here to 35. Romans 8:35, and it says 35 to 36. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? And that's the title of the video. Nothing should separate you from the love of God. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword, as it is written? So look, you all know what's going on in the world, fam. Basically, it's a lot of famine going on. It's a lot of prices going up. Everything is just crumbling. The whole system, it's just United States, all is just crumbling. Everything is just all over the place. It's all chaos. And everybody's struggling about prices going up, bills, insurance, how stuff high is. Like, they can barely pay bills. They always got to go to work and be lazy, and they feel like they always got to be at their job all day, and they more at their job than their home. You got to understand it. But none of the stuff in this world should make you feel like that. It should not make you pull away from God, or just blame God for all this, or get mad at God for all this, or do this, or try to curse him, or this and that. No, that should make you go even harder to want to get closer to God, to want to know him more, to trust in him more, to have faith in him more, because you got to understand it. In this next shift, in this next wave, it's basically going to be spiritual before the real attack come. This next wave, this next shift and things is basically going to be spiritual, to see if you're really ready for what really hits. Basically, is y'all say y'all trust God, y'all say y'all believe and obey God, but this next shift going to really see who really have faith and who really trust in God. Because when stuff start hitting the fan and then robots start coming in, they start taking people's jobs, and they start rolling out this martial law, and we start going on this lockdown and all this and that. I'm not telling y'all what's happening in the future, but the Most High, he reveals everything for me. But you gotta understand that when that starts coming in and people start like remember how COVID was, when the lockdown was hitting, all this and that, is gonna really see who really trusts God, who really say and put their full trust in God. That's what this next shift gonna be in it. What did it says right here? Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation? Basically, what's going on? Tribulation. When I say them jobs hit and robots taking your job, they can just fire you and call you with a layoff. So it won't look like they just fired you. You gotta understand that. So tribulation or distress or persecution or famine going on right now. These high prices and all this and that shouldn't make you worry or this and that, or make you remove the love of God from you, because you gotta understand that God gonna always make a way in the middle of chaos, in the middle of all this distress. You gotta understand it. So basically, but I told you, but in this video, everything will click, but the Holy Spirit is really working through me, fam. I ain't gonna cap, but basically when I first started opening my Bible and I started my spiritual journey, I basically told God, I was like, God, how am I going to preach in front of everybody when basically I was like, somebody come up to me and ask me about you or this and that, or how to get saved or this and that, how am I supposed to remember all the scriptures and this and that? He was like, don't worry about what they say to you. I'm going to be there to guard you. I'm going to be there to walk with you and speak through you and what they say. You got to understand it, because at first I didn't know God was within. I thought God was outside. Basically is at the throne, but you got to understand that the same spirit that raised Yahushua Hamashiach up from the dead, that's the same spirit that dwells within us. You got to understand that God is within. So basically, He's going to be with me every day, so you got to understand that, fam. I didn't know what to say. It's just like everything is just flowing, so that's how I just put this video out for you. Got to understand it. But yeah, fam, don't let nothing, nobody, no situation, no outcome take that love of God away from you, bro. You always got to keep God on your mind in every situation, on every aspect of your life, no matter what. God stays on my mind 25/8. When I'm at work, I always think about God. I always think about if God is worrying, if God is looking down on me, if he's proud of me. I always think about God. What would you do in this situation, this and that? Basically, that's how I think about God 25/8, bro. You got to understand it. And that's how you have to be. Don't let nothing separate you from the love of God, bro. That's today's video. I hope y'all got a good message. I hope this video really relates or it helped you. You got to understand it. But may Yahushua bless you all and heaven smile upon you all. Stay blessed and keep taking care of yourself. Keep working on yourself.